87 degrees, wind at 9 miles an hour. Klecker deals. It's a heater to Cade Kurland.
See his 10 wins. It's fastball, breaking ball heavy. The breaking ball is the out pitch. He can change the shape of it from time to time.
Jack, whatever name you call him, he bats third, and a lot of home runs for this Florida team here in Omaha.
The velo is going to be like.
Breaking ball misses, and Langford walks. Hits off the glove of Fontenelle, and Trey Richardson recovers to throw out Caglione for out number 2 here in the first.
Have your head on a swivel if you're playing first with Cags up.
With the 2 outs, and Rivera pulls this one to left.
Hey now.
Logan Maxwell looks up. It is gone. The homer and Gators strike again and lead in the first. One-two to BT Rappel, and he strikes out. Cole Fontenelle in the cleanup spot has driven in 6 here in Omaha. It's a 3.78 ERA, but Big Ben pitching for the first time since 19 days ago.
Yeah, that's what concerns me.
And off the plate.
Fastball dotted for strike 3 called.
Right, and it's not unfamiliar or uncharacteristic for a guy that
Third baseman make.
7 straight balls in this one sends Carson Bowen into scoring position. Well, this is what Kevin O'Sullivan talked about with us this morning. This is lined by Taylor into the gap in the right center field, a base hit. Bowen comes around and scores, and Braden Taylor gets TCU on the board.
Well, that's how you do it right there if you're Braden Taylor. You got to get ready for the fastball. You're getting a fastball, but you have to really shrink the zone, right? Middle.
2-2. Swung on and missed.
Did you see that ball move? Now, that wasn't a normal fastball. Watch this ball move at the end. His fastball looked pretty straight the first few we saw. This one
takes down, and it gets past BT Rappel, who, by the way, is on his second glove this inning. And Taylor's in scoring position. 2 outs, 3-2 away and to the backstop, and so Braden Taylor is now at third.
In a dugout than what we saw.
Oh boy.
And now Curtis Byrne gets hit.
Than he would the normal starter.
Through it here. 1-2 to Silva. 2-2. Silva strikes out on 96. Klecker's 1-2. Line toward first and past Fontenelle into right. Second hit for Florida is a leadoff single for Luke Heyman in the second. 2-1. Rolls this one left side at Taylor, who goes to second, and Richardson puts it in his pocket.
Now, something tells me that might catch on in Gainesville. Like, we might see those at games next year.
This is rolled by Colby Halter into center field. Kurland chops it to third and foul. 2 out, 2 on, 0-2. And Kurland hits it hard, but right at Anthony Silva.
Semi-final round. I mean, it's. Is there one in particular that you really like? Well, I call them Jack because, you know.
Ability to make that play.
And now Eli Nunez chops it to Caglione, who's been busy. Well, Logan Maxwell is at third, on his face. 0-2 to Bowen, and he strikes out. Caglione doubles up on the change and leaves a man at third. Langford floats this one in foul ground down the right field line, and Fontenelle makes the catch. Nicely done. Josh Rivera off the end of the bat to short, and Anthony Silva
playing is right here.
Well, I don't think it's fair everybody throws 100. He made it a while without a short joke.
Trey Richardson to Cade Kurland. Josh Rivera makes it 2.
He's out.
Luke Heyman stayed on the bag after taking a tumble. 4-6-3 at the end of the inning.
Out.
Klecker's 1-2. Line toward first and past Fontenelle into right. Second hit for Florida is a leadoff single for Luke Heyman in the second. 2-1. Rolls this one left side at Taylor, who goes to second, and Richardson puts it in his pocket.
Now, something tells me that might catch on in Gainesville. Like, we might see those at games next year.
This is rolled by Colby Halter into center field. Kurland chops it to third and foul. 2 out, 2 on, 0-2. And Kurland hits it hard, but right at Anthony Silva.
Semi-final round. I mean, it's. Is there one in particular that you really like? Well, I called him Jack because, you know.
Ability to make that play.
And now Eli Nunez chops it to Caglione, who's been busy. Well, Logan Maxwell is at third. He on his face. 0-2 to Bowen, and he strikes out. Caglione doubles up on the change and leaves a man at third. Langford floats this one in foul ground down the right field line, and Fontenelle makes the catch. Nicely done. Josh Rivera off the end of the bat to short, and Anthony Silva
playing is right here.
Well, I don't think it's fair everybody throws 100. He made it a while without a short joke.
Trey Richardson to Cade Curlin. Josh Rivera makes it 2.
He's out.
And Luke Heyman stayed on the bag after taking a tumble. 4-6-3 at the end of the inning.
Out. TCU has used one of their challenges.
That you've been able to go is just incredible, and there are no signs of this deal slowing down.
And now in their third straight elimination game, Tyler Shelnut pulls it into left, a base hit, and it's a 2-out knock for Shelnut and a base runner for the Gators in the fourth.
Yeah, Klecker continues to elevate the breaking ball. That's the one he's gotten hurt on today. Made some type of ball speed pitch down in the zone. See, that one's elevated again.
Ty Evans.
We thought we had a really good pitcher. You just don't know until, you know, the season starts and the lights come on.
The College World Series trips. You think there's a special formula to that?
Well, I think to the mound, that's going to fall. Oh my gosh, Curtis, we've got to go
this one
fast.
into right center, and Curtis Bird.
Oh boy. Oh
Motors
boy.
around.
Oh boy.
Rivera's throw.
Oh boy.
Got him.
Yeah, I thought we should have had a little bit better jump just off the bat from second base. I think it cost us obviously there at the end.
The game's here. 1-0 to Davis.
Hopefully we get a couple more days of it too, where, like I told you guys before, I don't do squat. Why not just hang out and talk to you guys?
At the College World Series. Klecker with a strikeout, 1 gone. 2-0 to Wyatt Langford is lined over the head of Trey Richardson into right center field. For Wyatt Langford, who motors to second. The throw from Davis does not get him.
And finish into the base.
First pitch swinging, Jack Caglione rolls it to Trey Richardson in the shift. Top of the lineup for TCU for a third time against Jack Caglione, who sails a fastball.
He's going to hit the bull.
Now Nunez squares one up.
Ready to pull the trigger.
Only 184 against him.
Bowen to right, and he plants it in front of Ty Evans. So Jack Caglione goes 4 1/3, 1 run. Taylor on the ground into right field, a base hit. Bowen to second, and TCU's got 2 aboard with 1 out in the 5th. 2 on, 1 out, 3-2.
Ball 4
is down. Adam Jones.
Field.
Slater's 1-2, and Richardson strikes out. 2 gone.
Big time pitch there. Talked about Slater. Pretty good fastball. He likes to sink it down the zone.
1-0. Towards second at Curlin, and Slater gets out of dodge. Still to come here on ESPN tonight. LSU leaving the hotel and getting ready for another matchup. 3-2. Rivera the opposite way with a base hit. Payoff on the way. And a strikeout for Abelts. 1 gone.
Well, here's that plus fastball. So after a couple fastballs in the outside part of the plate.
Now another 1-2. And this is pulled into left field, a base hit. What an at-bat by Luke. 2 on for Florida in the 6th inning.
This kid. Now he's just showing off, right? Hang in there. Just dreaming of being a Tiger.
Strikes out here. His 0-2. And on the hands of slow roller at Taylor. Inning over.
Cal, I mean, a lot of it's the internal clock, right? And how good your internal clock.
Well, that's a fine diving play by Colby Halter to take one away with a 1-2. Dotted. 92 at the kneecaps. 3rd K for Ben Abel.
Oh, and he has been wearing out the bottom part of the strike zone, too.
2-2. Yes, he can. Back-to-back Ks. Eli Nunez. 1-2 pitch to Nunez, and he chases Cade Fisher to the breaking ball for a strikeout in out number 1.
Cade Fisher got a pretty good fastball.
And BT Riopel reaches back to make the catch, and he's fired up about it. Hey now, BT Riopel sticks with it. Staring down a 1-2. Then he pulls toward the gap in left center field toward the wall, and it one hops off the wall. Josh Rivera's got a 3-hit day, and it's a 1-out double in the 8th inning.
They just put on a show, Mr. Rivera. He's now at a homer to left, a rocket with 2 strikes to right, and just for a little icing on the top, how about
Ben Abel's 2-2 is a fastball for strike 3 called. How good is this guy?
Big Ben's doing it now. He is doing it.
1-1. Right as.
How about strikeout to walk ratio? 66 punch-outs, only 19 walks.
Richardson on the ground, left side, past the dive of Halter and into left. TCU's got the tying run aboard in the 8th inning. 1-2, and this is squibbed. Fair ball up the line, and Neely tumbling.
He got back.
Got the out.
He's out.
2 gone. Pulls it in the air, left center field. Shelnutt's on the move, and they can't get there. Richardson scores, and this game is tied. This one hits Logan Maxwell. First pitch, and Maxwell aboard with an 0-2. 1-2. Strike 3 called. For the #1 team in the country, getting ready to go and getting the red carpet treatment.
like Big Ben trying to get a rebound? Uh-oh.
Shelnut tags it right center. Austin Davis sprints back and can't get there. Tyler Shelnut's got a leadoff double. Thomas squares and bunts it toward first at Fontenelle. What a way. You said, Ben, get that first baseman creeping in.
Got to. I mean, because that's what the safest place for a hitter, a right-hand hitter. That's where he wants the ball to.
Pulls this one in the air to right center. Austin Davis goes back onto the track and jumps up to make the catch. Robertson to third.
To be ready.
0-2. On the ground, left side, top play in the hole. Silva gets rid of it to first. Not in time. Florida leads. Continue his college career. Langford strikes out. Bowen caps the K. 1-2. Nunez strikes out, one gone.
Well, that's the strength of Brandon Neely right there. A high fastball, has some carry.
0-2 pitch. Taylor pulls it. Right center field. Robertson's back.